This is important ish he's putting out. This is life changing. He's giving you a path and he's directing you and he's leading you into saying, like, that doesn't have to be the way. Just follow me. But he's done it. What's going on, everyone? Mike Rick back with a brand new reaction. And, you know, in honor of Kendrick Lamar sweeping the Grammys but not like us, I want to jump into Reincarnated. I didn't get to react to this yet on the channel, and from what I heard, this is a great song. I've heard it in the background, but I never really, like, sat and listened to it yet. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into this. Before we go on, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And without further ado, Reincarnated.
Que reflejan tu mirada, la noche tú y yo.
This beat reminds me of some kind of Tupac beat, which I like. The also the intro is Spanish. I think it's a poem that was in like, I think that's in Whacked Out Murals, and I think another song on here which I haven't really listened to yet. I've heard. I don't know what they're saying because I don't know Spanish, but I like this beat already. It really takes me back to the 90s. Yeah, let's keep going. See who's reincarnated.
I got this fire burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be, I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been better.
I love what he does with his voice and how he's expressing, like, frustration and pain right there when he just goes up. I don't know how I, like, he's such a craft when it comes to how he decides to change his voice. Like, that takes a lot of confidence to be able to do that and, like, pull it off well to his talent. He's just like a master at that right now. Really, anytime he does that, I love it.
I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the rhythm's fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did past life progression last year and it fucked me up. Reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house cause I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only loved what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on a grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world, with my guitar up on my hip. That's the story I'm from.
Alright, so some dude from the 40s playing guitar. Who is this? Should I look it up? Alright, John Lee. I don't know who this guy is. John Lee Hooker. Yeah. Alright. Teach me, Cut. Teach me.
Myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business love me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive.
I mean, besides the guitar part, I hate that I keep bringing Drake back into Kendrick because, like, whatever. I don't want to harp on that too much. It's giving me, like, that kind of vibe where, what did you just say there?
Power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated.
But this could also speak about him, like, To Pimp a Butterfly, like everything he's gone through with fame too. So I don't want to keep bringing Drake into this shit. That's done. It's interesting though. It's like, and I get that pattern, like, you know, they say, like, power corrupts, is it power corrupts, ultimate power, corrupts ultimately, or whatever. I mean, you see every artist who achieves a level of fame go through this and, like, really dig into that temptation. And the great thing about Lamar is he went through that, but he has risen from that, has become reincarnated himself, where he's like, you know, he took his step back after Damn, where I think he had like a real just collapse after how Pimp a Butterfly didn't do what he like it was Pimp a Butterfly, amazing album, but I don't think it did what it wanted him to do, and he went to a deep depression, and Damn came out, and then there was just like, 5 years, and then he came out with Mr. Morale, which I think is a fantastic album. One thing, the most thing I like about artists is when they're real and they're vulnerable and they're not afraid to lay themselves out the way he did on that album. I think that was like his penance and his like his in cleaning himself of his past deeds or whatever, and getting more real and concrete to himself and what he's supposed to be doing. So I think what he's talking about here with this this guitarist in the 40s is just something that all artists tend to go through. But the cool thing about Kendrick is he has been reincarnated and has come back and is just like on top of the world now because of it. He feels like guided by God, like he went and he found his soul and purified it, and he came back. So I'm assuming that's gonna be like a theme of this whole album. So I kinda get the guitar now. I wonder if this is a sample
Another
of that
life
too.
it placed me as a black woman in the chilling circuit. Seductive
Alright.
vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic straight from heaven. The crowd sobbed. A musical
So now he's talking about a woman. Who's this? This is Billie Holiday. I've heard the name, but I don't really know who she is. She's a jazz vocalist. Well, when was she from? You might tell me. Alright. I just like to be informed of stuff I don't know so I can follow along better.
what the article the curtains. My voice was angelic straight from heaven. The crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasized. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't escape addiction. Heroin needles had me in fetal position, restricted. Turned on my family, I went wherever cameras be. Cocaine, no private planes for my insanity. Self-indulged, discipline never been my sentiments. I needed drugs. To me, an 8-ball was like penicillin. Fuck love. My happiness was in that brown sugar. Sex and melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first assistant was a small town scholar. Never did a quaalude till I got myself around her. My daddy looked the other way, he saw sin in me. I died with syringes pinched in me. Reincarnated.
Oh, that's sad, man. So another great singer, jazz singer, had it all, and then it seems like threw it away because she got brought in by drugs and all that, and then her daddy threw her away because of it. That's sad, man. I have a daughter, man. I would never. I don't care what she goes through. I'm always there, and the more off she is, the more I'm gonna be there for her. So I hate that sentiment. Her daddy threw her away.
He saw sin in me. I died with syringes pinched in me. Reincarnated.
Some dads are like that. Like my dad threw me away before he even really met me. Like when I was 16 years old. It's just people just aren't fit to be good parents sometimes, I guess.
My present life is Kendrick Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts.
He really does, man. Everything he does is raising the bar. Every project is better than the last. Like, I mean, come fight me about Mr. Morale, because I know a lot of people didn't like that, but that was better than that. Like, everything is like a reason, a progression. He has no weakness in what he's done, and that's rare. Especially, I like how he's talking about himself now. I wonder where he's going to go with that. And if he kind of talks about what I said, how he kind of raised himself up out of this thing that these other two didn't really get to do.
Only factor I respected was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts. My father kicked me out the house, I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand the way I was living. Ego and pride had me looking at him with resentment. I closed my eyes, hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, Father, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me, I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vulture just came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed. Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past creates itself. Father, I'm not perfect, I got urges, but I hold them down. But your pride has to die. Okay, Father, show me how. Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for. I kept 100.
And now he's talking to God. This isn't just his father. He's talking to God. He went and did some inner reflection. He saw he was in a bad place, and he didn't turn out the way these others did because he had the humility and self-reflection and strength. Like the humility and self-reflection to face it, and then the strength to rebuild himself and pull himself out of it and become better than ever because of it.
Has to die. Okay, Father, show me how. Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for. I kept 100 institutions paid. Okay, tell me more. I put 100 hoods on one stage. Okay, tell me more. I'm trying to push peace in LA. But you love war. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, then tell me the truth. Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart?
Every individual is a version of you. And he's saying that with the other two people he rapped as. Like, we all go through the same stuff. We're all subjected to the same temptations, the same things that can lead us off track. We all have the opportunity to rise from that, not let that happen in the first place. And he's just showing how he was able to do that. But I like how I like that line, man.
In LA, but you love war. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, then tell me the truth. Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart? I could tell you where I'm going. I could tell you who you are.
Man, forgiving yourself, man, that is the toughest thing. I mean, I'd say the toughest thing is reflecting on yourself and seeing the ugliness in you, the things you've done and whatnot, and accepting that and admitting that. That's the hardest thing. Maybe. I don't know how to weigh it. But then the next thing that has to be done is you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself, or you're damning yourself. You know, he speaks on God a lot, and God offers you forgiveness. He offers you redemption from anything, as hard as that is to believe, but you have to accept it as wrong, and you have to be able to accept that grace from God to allow yourself to forgive yourself. Because if God can forgive you, you can do it too. It's so hard to see it, what you've done, the ugliness of it, and accept it and see it for what it is. Then also move on and forgive yourself for it and say, that's not me, that was a mistake. If you call something a mistake, it means it was not you. It's not who you are. It's not who you want to be. We all make mistakes. It does not have to define you. It's all on how you look at it. Doesn't matter how everyone else looks at it. Doesn't matter if people hold you to it or not. You got to have the Constitution in you to know that's not you, no matter what other people say. Like,
give when there's no forgiveness in your heart. I could tell you where I'm going. I could tell you who you are. You fell out of heaven cause you was anxious. Didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent. My greatest music director was you. It was colors, it was pinks, it was reds, it was blues, it was harmony and motion. I sent you down to earth cause you was broken. Rehabilitation, not psychosis, but now we here now. Centuries you manipulated man with music. Embodied you as superstars to see how you moving. You came a long way from garnishing evilish views. And all I ever wanted from you was love and approval. I learned a lot, no more putting these people in fear. The more that word is diminished, the more it's not real. The more light that I can capture, the more I can feel. I'm using words for inspiration as an ideal. So can you promise that you won't take your gifts for granted? I promise that I use my gifts to bring understanding. For heavy man, woman, and child, how much can you vow? I found my life just to live one in harmony now. You crushed a lot of people, keeping their thoughts in captivity. And I'm ashamed that I ever created that enemy. And let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. Reincarnated.
Man. This is important shit he's putting out. This is life-changing. I can see how, like, uniting all the gangs and whatever, how, like, this can help individually, and how he speaks about, you know, the psychological issues of everybody, but mostly people from where he's from, and how, like, they don't deal with it, really, and, like, because psychological issues are taboo, and you kind of want to ignore it or just accept that's just the way I am, just keep going with it. And he's giving you a path, and he's directing you, and he's leading you into saying, like, that doesn't have to be the way. Like, we all fuck up. You can all come back from it, and just follow me. Like, he's done it. And he's recorded it. He's told his whole story. He's been completely honest with his worst stuff. He's been so brave that he didn't only admit the worst shit to himself, he admitted the worst shit about himself to the world. And he's back. And because of that, there's no shit on him that people can come at him with. Like, he's already said, he's already admitted it. There's no weakness in him. So now he's even greater than what he was. Everyone has the ability to do this. I love Kendrick, man. The way he's able to give you a groove and like get you in it and make you feel it and then tell you something that is like the ultimate and deepest, the most helpful truth to you to like rise you up no matter who you are, man. There is something so special about this dude. Oh man, thank God for Kendrick Lamar. Honestly, man, he is literally a godsend to all of us. We need to respect that. We need to protect that. We need to yeah, man. I mean, I can go on forever. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.